You will never win against lust the way you are right now. The truth is, you cannot stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can stop it from building a nest there. Think of that bird as your thoughts. They come and go, often without warning, and no matter how hard you try to control them, they still appear. Now imagine those intrusive thoughts as temptations, especially lust. You may not be able to stop every thought from entering your mind, but what matters most is whether you allow them to stay. It's not the passing thought the problem it. When you let it settle in your heart and take root in your mind. That's when the bird starts building its nest. Let me say it again. You can't stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can stop it from building a nest. In other words, you may not control every temptation, but you do control whether it dominates your thinking and leads you into sin. When you allow lust to rule over your thoughts, it leads only to more pain, deeper sin, and eventually destruction. That's why your focus shouldn't be on tracking how many days you've been clean or repeating to yourself, "I'm not going to give in to lust today." Because by doing that, you're still giving lust attention. You're still giving it space in your conscious mind. You're watching the bird fly in circles, and in doing so, you're letting it build a nest. But what if you shifted your focus entirely? Instead of obsessing over how to fight lust, focus your energy on serving Jesus. The more you fill your life with the presence of God, the less space lust has to grow. It's not about fighting harder, it's about surrendering deeper. The Lord Himself will begin to remove that temptation from your life. This is what transforms your mind. It rewires your thoughts, pushes lust out of the spotlight, and puts Jesus at the center of everything. When that happens, lust loses its power, not because you've won a battle, but because you're no longer even in the arena. You're walking with the one who leads you away from sin and into freedom. So if this message speaks to you, don't keep it to yourself. Comment Amen and share this with someone who needs to hear it, because real change doesn't come by fighting harder. It comes by following Jesus more closely.